couldn't get over past betrayals. So they took it out on you and caused a permanent ending with you. That's what I heard. This could be someone that was opposite, okay? Where opposites attract being here. Okay, so let's start off by saying God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I'm proof of God is, and I am you guys' messenger. So we're going to slide right into the messages and see what's going on here. Someone is, yeah, there's a lesson here. Okay, someone needs to learn a lesson, and I feel like it's a hell of a lesson to learn because it caused a permanent ending. Whatever this is that this person was holding on to, it caused a permanent ending. Maybe this person felt like you were not their usual type, or you felt this way. It could have been different spiritual beliefs, but something ended due to the nature of one of these things here. Okay? Maybe this person felt like you were too opposite, like you were too different. Okay? They could have been being indifferent towards you because of, possibly what they were used of. Okay? And maybe things change. It's like, of course things are going to change if, this was something new or you were something new, but someone was not resonating with that energy at that time. They wasn't seeing things that way. They were not seeing clearly, or they just simply did not want to understand. 202, someone could be from DC, the DC area, up north, Maryland, Baltimore, okay, Virginia. See what we have going on here. Yeah, guidance. Okay. It's like this person, they really didn't adhere to any type of guidance. They didn't have any faith. Okay. This is someone that needed healing. They were not paying attention to their intuition. They were not following their dreams. They were not listening to their dreams. It's like someone's spirit guides was even trying to reach them in a dream state and let them know who you actually were to them. But this person was shut off. They had shut off, all communication with their spirit guides, their spirit team. This is someone that was truly being indifferent. I don't know, I'm hearing like meek energy that can be significant some type of way. Let's see, give us more what happened here, Holy Spirit. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So this person was hiding their true feelings. Okay. This is someone, they could have had deep emotions for you. Could have even been secretly in love, but they were coming off as cold and detached. Okay. When it came down to this connection, and what flipped over here is 1111 twin flame. Okay. So this definitely could be your twin flame, and due to this person being indifferent, it could have placed you guys' connection in this runner chaser energy. It's like they could have been in and out. Okay, one minute they wanted you, the next minute they felt like you were not the one. This is someone that could not make up their mind about what it is that they wanted with you, or what they expected, or what they, what you wanted. It's like they didn't really know, and it's like they didn't, at some point they didn't really care. Okay, look, we have self-love, and so you could have been pouring into this connection with this person with everything that you had, but it reached a point to where you started, realizing that you needed to love yourself more. Okay, it's like you was giving this person every ounce of love that you actually had. So you started loving you, taking back control of your life, and finally being happy. And only then this person wanted to you know, try to show up. Okay, but it's like at that time you didn't trust this individual. You didn't trust their motives. Okay, due to how things panned out with you guys when you were in this energy of, listen, let's work it out. Do you need to have a conversation? What do we need to talk about? You know, where do we go from here? You know, it's like you presented everything to this person that you could to try to get this person to open up. What do we have? Look, intimacy. Okay, passion, coming into union, chemistry, and missing you. And like I said, only then when you decided to start pouring this love into you, they started thinking about rekindling and the passion that you guys had, the passion in your eyes, the way you looked at them, you know, how you guys talked about coming into union and being in union and staying in union. They started thinking about the chemistry, the way you held them, the way you looked at them, you know, and they started missing all of these things after they could have pretty much abused their power with you here. Yeah, and the next one here is sick and tired. So I feel like somebody here got sick and tired of the back and forth, the cycles, and you became over it at some point. Again, you didn't trust this person's motives. Okay, you didn't trust their leadership. You didn't even know if they were even capable of leading you because of whatever they went through in the past. Like whatever this person experienced in the past, it definitely took a toll on them. Okay, and this could be someone that possibly never thought that they'll even feel this way. Maybe they thought that they can move away from their past and you know they'll be good. Maybe they thought that that's something that they actually really wanted. They didn't even know until they got into the thick of it that, you know, I am not okay. This is someone that was really not okay, and they could have been hitting rock bottom. It's like they were in this in hitting rock bottom right in your presence. Okay, this could be someone that was crumbling. Okay, and you could have even tried to make this person know that, listen, it's okay to not be okay, you know. But it's like you found yourself in the energy of trying to fix something that you didn't break. Okay, you realize that this person came to you this way, they came into this relationship this way, or this situationship, because for many of you, you felt like it was just a situationship over time. The way that this person started, you know, crumbling and operating in the energy like their life was falling apart and like they were really struggling to hold it together. Yeah, look, we have desire here. Okay, but this person is like wanting you to know that that wasn't the case, and you know they were desiring you, or they could be desiring you now that a permanent ending has happened. Okay, but for you that may not be enough, you know. What do we have? Yeah, spiritual attack, because of the way that this person handled this situation, in which, you know, their life was crumbling or falling apart, or they were hitting rock bottom. You could have felt like, you know, you were being spiritually attacked. You know, this person checked out emotionally, even even if they it's like it's a chance that this person never tapped in, you know. And this is what you were left to deal with. This is what you were left to think about, you know. How emotionally, spiritually, and financially this person was like trying to punish you due to things that they had already been through. And so we have karma here twice. Okay, well, rock bottom and spiritual attack being here, and spiritual attack clarifying rock bottom, both starting off with karma. So this person could be receiving some type of karma for how they treated you in this situation. Okay, because it's like at any time they could have snapped out of it and say, well, listen, I don't think that I am ready. I don't think that I can, you know, continue this relationship, although I desire you, but you know, I'm just really not ready. This is someone that act like they couldn't tell you that, but instead, you know, they took you on for the ride. They brought you on for the ride, and they were pretending like everything was fine. Okay, but divine intervention stepped in, and the reason why this person is hitting rock bottom, you know, facing jail time or legal issues, or their life is falling apart, because it's now time for this individual to face their demons. Okay, and this is something that they refuse to do. They have to face the past. It's like they have to have this face off with the past in order to move to the next phase in their own journey. And it's up to them now. It's like one last attempt for this person to, take heed or adhere to this guidance that they are receiving. Okay, and it's like you tried to help, you tried to step in and help and guide this person, but it wasn't working. They could have looked at you like you were the enemy, or you were the villain, or you were the reason. Okay, but now it's like you could have put everything in God's hand when it came down to this person. Like, listen, there's nothing that I can really do. It wasn't that you were giving up on this individual at that time, or this connection at that time, but you were the one that was walking away hurt. You were the one that was walking away like, feeling like this person was stonewalling you or gaslighting you and things of that sort, and it was just too much. It was just too much, and you got sick and tired of it and made a decision that it was best for a permanent ending to actually happen. And so you were granted that, and now this person desiring you, yeah, and they know why. They know why this happened. They know that they were being childish. They know that they were being immature and argumentative. Every time you tried to have a conversation, they became defensive, or they took offense to everything that you actually said. They were in the energy of playing a victim, or they were always arguing, or something. A small gesture would turn into a full blown out debate or an argument, and it was due to this person hiding their true feelings. Okay, they were hiding their true feelings. Yeah, this was a lot. This was a lot to deal with, especially if you were not the one that, it would have been easier for you to, understand this person's perspective on what they were going through, what they were feeling, and how they were feeling. If you were the one that actually took them through this, then you will know where to go in and touch at. But since this had nothing to do with you, it's like you didn't even know where to start. And anytime you started in a certain area, this person became argumentative. Look, distractions. Okay, on top of them distracting themselves with other energies, linking with other energies, falling into temptation, kept you waiting, and you were the one that was trying to literally make sure that this person was genuinely okay. They kept you waiting because for their own selfish reasons, collective. That's what I'm getting. And now they're snooping on you. Now, since you started loving you and taking back control of your life and finally being happy, now they want to snoop. Now they want to drive by your house. Now they stalking, want to stalk your social media, possibly even listening to tarot readings, possibly consulting with a psychic to see where they should go, or where you are in life, and would it be a good idea for them to try to pursue you again and things of that sort. And this person is being directed to adhere to the guidance, okay, to have faith, to listen to their intuition. And I feel like this could be something that this person could actually be working on right now. But when it comes down to this connection, this person broke this connection, and it seems like they broke it beyond repair. Okay? Because with the word permanent coming out in the title, is like a permanent ending. I don't know if this person understand what permanent means. Like, it's no chances of someone wanting to reconcile this energy due to everything you got taken through. And the thing of the matter is, you could have ended up hitting rock bottom with this person. It's like this person was looking for someone to blame or to pull down with them, and they treated you in a very unfair manner. Whoever this person is, collective, they did. And they know that. They know they were trying to make you pay for something that someone else did. Okay? And they know whatever was happening with them, you had nothing to do with it. And they still decided to go about things the way that they were going about it. Look, no contact. Look, it could have started with this, ghosting you, no contact, or blocking you, or giving you the silent treatment, even if they were present. Giving you the silent treatment, cutting off all communication, just shutting down. This is someone that was clearly shutting down, or they'll do the in and out thing. Okay, but that tapping into that push and pull, runner chaser energy. One minute they want to talk, the next minute they don't have anything to say. And you got sick and tired of all of that. Okay, you really did. You really did. You can't see yourself going another round of that. Yeah, look, toxic people, and I'm telling you, all this is stemming from the toxic people that this person had in their life or dealt with before you. It had nothing to do with you, but yet and still you were being punished for what these other individuals did to this person. Yeah, look, Netflix and chill. It can have a whole lot to do with these rendezvous. It can have a lot to do with the temptation or the people that they were falling into temptation with. And it's like, I don't know if this is someone that attached themselves to any and everyone, but however, this person was sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. And this is the reason why you guys could not reach a certain space when it came down to this intimacy, okay, or coming into union, because they were always finding themselves trying to cope with getting under someone else or being with someone else instead of having this face off with self, and now they are being forced to do that. And this time they literally have to do this alone, okay, because I feel like this is someone that feels alone. Even if they are in the presence of someone else, this is someone that's feeling alone at this time. Look, controversy, okay. So we have drama, scandal, and the truth is coming out. And the truth is that without this person's twin flame, they are feeling like, they've been caught up into some type of scandal. I feel like this is someone that was not taking accountability and they needed someone to blame. Okay, but the truth is coming out, and it's like, since this face off is happening, they have to face their truth. And it's not pretty. Okay. I don't know why I just heard my past ain't pretty, but my lady is. Like I said, somebody could be from up north, New York. Okay. So, let's see. I feel like this person drains you energetically. Okay. And it's like the thought of going through whatever this is, or repeating a cycle, or having history repeat itself again, is like, nah, it's too overwhelming for you. Okay. It is. It is. You had to pull yourself up out of, and it's like, of course you didn't do it alone. It was impossible for you to do this alone, but you still had to utilize some type of strength to be able to get to a place of where you saying that, listen, I'm sick and tired, or I had enough. Okay, but you definitely didn't do this alone. You definitely had help with making this decision, and it could have been an easy decision for you to make once this person showed you that they had no plans on changing for themselves or this connection. Okay, so it's pretty much like this person made you feel like you were not worthy of them, doing the work and taking the time out that they actually needed to take out to actually heal themselves. Yeah, look, we have reconciliation that then popped out here. So this came out sideways, and the reason why it's sideways is because maybe you were down for it at some point. You were down for, reconciling and, having this harmony or this harmonized relationship or resolving issues and getting back together. But it's like, once your spirit guides told you, listen, this person is still in the energy of sneaking around, having friends with benefits and spending time with someone else, you were like, nah, it's not even a thought. And I feel like that solidified the permanency in this situation. It's like, nah, no way. No way. No way you'll be able to just lay up under someone else and, play house or shack up or do whatever you're doing. And then, I decide to be back with you again. So you like, no, because I feel like that would have been something that you would have forever been thinking about. Like, is this person really here with me now? Or are they thinking about, wherever they just came from or whoever they were with, and it's just like you're not, it would have been repeating a cycle. It would have been you, having to ask yourself all the same questions that you already healed from, okay? And the questions are the things that you healed from. And it's like, nah, you can't do it again, okay? This person showed you who they were the first time. And so this is the reason why it's permanent. It's permanent, okay? Yeah, look, contemplation, look, and look, when it came out like this. So it's like when it come down to you, like unsure choices and decision, it's in the reverse because you already made a decision solely based off of this energy right here. Spending time with someone else. This would never, you would never let someone take you through this, ever. That would never happen. Look, so we have pop up. So, um, I don't know if this person is thinking about, like they're being guided to you and want to give you a surprise visit or reach out or in person or something like that. But I mean, you may not hate this person, but at the end of the day, it's like you definitely have strong boundaries intact. To whereas you're not gonna cross your own boundaries. Whoever you are, you're not gonna cross your own boundaries at all. Okay, I feel like you definitely could be cordial with this individual. Okay, and maybe a need for you to be cordial with this person. Maybe you have a child or children with this person, but that's the furthest that it's gonna get. Okay, because you already made your decision. Okay, and yeah, we have secretive, and this have a lot to do with it. This person was extremely secretive, okay, and they were hiding information. All right, and it's like this is now you feeling like this is the reason why they couldn't open up and have a conversation with you, because they were holding back, they were being sneaky because they were already distracted here. Okay, it's like they use distractions as a way to cope with the pain or whatever this is that they were feeling due to whatever happened in the past. They tapped into distractions. Okay, they felt like that was therapeutic for them for to go and jump into other situations, and think about reconciling with you later because you would always be there. But once you tapped into this self-love energy and started loving you and took back control of your life and finally started being happy about you, feeling like you were enough and feeling like you were worthy and you were worth way more than to just be sitting on the shelf for someone else, I feel like that's when you snapped out of whatever type of um love web that you were caught up in, okay? Because it's, at some point you could have been blinded by love, okay, when it came down to this situation with this person. Okay, yeah, so look, message and communicating. We have communicating in the reverse, conversation or conversating, and we have expressing feelings in the reverse. It's like this person didn't leave this door open. There was none of this that was actually happening here. None. And I feel like you definitely could have took that to heart, okay? Because communication, having the lines of communication open in any relationship is the only way that a relationship really can stand the test of time. And it could have been that this person didn't even know how to talk to you without being, hasty or disrespectful or, you know, sounding defensive or offensive when it came down to anything that you literally said to them. So it's like, listen, I don't need to speak to you at all. That was the type of energy, and that's where you ended it at right there. Like, so it could have been both you guys that was happening to this no contact energy after a while because you stopped desiring, to even hear this person's voice, to even want to talk to them about anything, because anytime you did, you ended up feeling disrespected, and they ended up appearing as if they wanted you to be in that energy. Yeah, this is someone that was looking for someone to feel what they were feeling. They were looking for someone to feel exactly what they were feeling here. So we have with the toxic people, addictions, bad crowd, wrong crowd. Okay? I feel like this could have came second to whatever this person was going through. This was just something else for this person to do, hang out with other toxic people or tap into addictions and get bad advice. This person was already too deep, you know with whatever they were dealing with by the time this stuff started occurring. Okay, hanging with the wrong crowd. I mean, if this is an adult, like, when does this even end? You know, it was too much that you were dealing with here. You were dealing with too much here, way too much. But this is someone that's feeling like you guys have unfinished business. It's like this person is not trying to take no for a freaking answer here. Okay, they're gonna continue to snoop, and we have proposal, forgiveness, and reconciliation. And like I said, you already came to terms with this is not what you want, but somehow this person feel like they can convince you that um with you or with them is where you belong or they belong. Okay, they really feel like they'll be able to convince you in some type of way by opening the lines of communication, or just pretty much basically telling you something that you want to hear. I don't know if this person got a reading, or it says reading here, or psychic. Maybe somebody gave them some type of guidance or advice on what to tell you to get you to literally change your mind about a situation here. But that's a big risk. You may be looking at that as risky business, okay? Because it may not last. It's like it may not last. It's like somebody really showed you a side of them that they should have really kept a secret. If they were going to keep any secrets, they should have kept that side of them a secret. You know, what they were really, really going through. They should have buried that energy, okay, and forgot about it. You know, that this is that could have been your advice to this person if it had you needed to be the one to give this person advice. Look, bury wherever you can't speak about it, bury it, forget about it, because it's not serving you any purpose. It's only hindering you from moving forward and really having something meaningful. And I feel like it's affecting this person because they detach. Like, any situation they get in, they are 100% detached. They really don't know how to attach themselves in a, you know, in a connection. They don't know how to do it. They don't. Look, we are planning. So this is someone that's still trying to say that it was a controversy, it was a scandal. The truth is coming out. They need to speak the truth to you via phone call, text, or meeting up. You know, it's like somebody just want to say something. I feel like they feel like if they get this communication out to you, or they communicate something to you, then they'll be able to, like, finally do away with this rock bottom energy, or finally be able to get rid of, you know, the things that they feel like is causing their life to fall apart. But this is karma here, okay? Someone really could be facing some type of legal issues or jail time here, okay? But they also have to face their demons. Spirit is saying, listen, they're not bypassing this, okay? And until they do face their demons, collective, this is someone that's going to literally be hitting rock bottom nonstop. Nothing is going to work for this individual, because this is divine intervention. It says it on here. And this is someone that's being guided to, I'm telling you, adhere to this divine intervention. This is what they're being guided to do here, and face their demons once and for all. Because again, this is someone that can't not, they got to be stopped somewhere. They can't keep going around doing what they're doing to people, because they cannot face whatever it was. And what was holding this person back from the past? Because they can't face what was happening or what happened in the past. You know, it's like they're going around trying to ruin everyone that they encounter. That can't continue. And I feel like it really stopped with you. It really did. Okay? Look, infatuation. Okay? Um, I asked, what was this person dealing with in the past? We got infatuation, we got denial, obsession, and attraction. So this person could have been infatuated with someone else. Okay? They could have got rejected. They could still feel rejected. You know, they could have been in denial about this energy rejecting them, because they could have felt like, again, this energy was going to take them back no matter what, or no matter what they did, they'll always be accepted. You know, and they had this obsession and attraction to this person. So once they got rejected, they pretty much took it hard. Okay, and they couldn't convey that to you, that they were infatuated with someone else. But it's like, why did they even get with you if this is the energy that they were in? But Spirit is saying this is what they were keeping a secret. they were keeping that part a secret. That's why they were coming off as mysterious and they were hiding information. They didn't want you to know this. Okay, that this is what they were dealing with. Um, Releasing someone, okay, or the attachment that they had to someone. This someone that didn't realize that time go on and people change and times change and people grow and people leave. This is someone that did not understand that, okay, although they could have been the one to initiate, the breakup, just like they did with you, and they just felt like it shouldn't have happened, or it shouldn't have happened, or it was supposed to happen a certain way with this person. This is what it's appearing to be, but it didn't happen like this person thought it was going to happen. So they were left stuck in this energy of denial. They were in an energy of obsessing over what they could not have, or what they were attracted to, or what they were infatuated with. Yeah, this person played a whole lot of games here. And legend has it, if this the energy and the information that this person was hiding, like spirit is saying, they still could be in that energy collective. And that's why you're like, no, because this person got hidden motives. Okay, they got hidden motives. I feel like this is someone that don't like to lose, or they want to be the one to say that something is ended, has ended. They want to be the one to say that something is over. They want to be the one to, be able to do what they want to do, have their cake and eat it too, and still, have whoever they want when they want. It don't work like that. Look, spirit say it don't work like that. Mind games, it's mind games, okay? It's immature. This is someone that like to test individuals, and someone is sitting there analyzing you. So they like to, I feel like this someone that was testing you too, okay? Or maybe they may try to pop up to test you, okay? Yeah. So be mindful of that too, okay? Or this person finally reaching a breaking point because of the truth coming out. Now they want to scream controversy. Okay, and it's like I said, this person never wanted you to know. So that's why we had on the likes. We have 35 likes, that's it. We have 35 likes, that's it. Someone could be analyzing you um to plan. It's like they planning something with the calendar being here. They could be planning a text. It's all calculated is what I'm getting. Okay, phone call, meeting up is all calculated. I feel like this person just want to see where you are, and they may end up even flashing out. They may end up, you know, having a freaking psychotic break. You know what I'm saying, collective, when it comes down to, you know, meeting up with you and leaking up with you because things is not going to go their way. All right. They may try to even tell you that, they are infatuated with you or attracted to you, but spirit is saying different. Spirit is saying this person, the reason why all of these things happen is because of what they were feeling for someone else. And that's the utmost disrespect. Okay. They could have lied, and said that, you were the only one that they loved and who they wanted to be with, but that's not what spirit is saying. You see, the truth is coming out. I see 9444. You guys could be saying angel number 444, or 4 could be very significant here. You could have known this person for 4 years, 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Or 4 years and 4 months, or something like that. Or 8 years, or something like that. And it could have been an ongoing process for 8 years, or even 12 years, okay? The same push and pull energy. It's like you could have gave this person ample enough time to feel what they needed to feel and move away from it. But what you learned here is this is someone that love to hold on to the past, or past events, or things that happen. They don't get over it like easily. Okay, and sometimes that's okay, but it shouldn't take 12 years to get over something. It shouldn't take, 8 years to get over something. It shouldn't take you 4 years to get over something. And I'm not saying that it don't. I said it shouldn't. You know, it shouldn't. Because during that time, you could be doing something productive. Okay, to, you know, or just praying or spending time with God and asking God to mend your heart or heal your heart, you know. And if a situation was that bad, you would think that somebody would, fight to stay in it, or they wouldn't have did something to mess it up, right? If you knew that you felt that way, or you felt that deeply, or it was that intense, then maybe you wouldn't have did something to jeopardize that connection. So this is the reason why the odds is against this person. And it's really proving that this is someone that only want what they cannot have. Because if you have it and you misuse it, you mistreat it, you abuse it, you know, then it wasn't even worth you having. Okay, you didn't deserve it. You know, I don't know if this person is going through a guilt trip or what. I don't know what this person is actually feeling, but it's taking a toll on them. Okay, this could be someone that was in competition. They couldn't treat possibly even a past person right. Like they couldn't treat you right because they were looking at their mate as a opponent versus, a lover. In many instances, this actually occur. Things like this actually occur. Like if this is your opponent, then expect your opponent to be your opponent. But if you saying that this is someone you love, then you should be able to tap into that vulnerable energy when it comes down to the one that you love. It don't matter if you look like a simp, if you're a man, okay, or if you coming off as someone weak, if you're a woman, okay. Love make you weak, okay, and that's what people don't understand. When you love someone and you with someone, of course you're gonna be weak for that person because your love is delicate, it's fragile, it's sensitive. So I don't want to really use the term weak, but that's the best way that I can put it. You gonna do things for someone that you love that much. But this person, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know with this person. Okay, yeah, look, this is what I'm feeling. Because something, I don't know if my shoulder started hurting or what. Okay, so we have hurt in here. Crying, depressed, pain, and sorrow. Yeah, this person could be aching in pain from the pain that they literally caused. This is someone that really needs to take the time out to heal. Okay? But it's like before they did that, they felt more comfortable in this energy where they wanted to fight and argue and, project and deflect because of their trust issues and, have people in the one-sided connection just pouring nothing but love into them, and they were pouring it out, being detached from a situation. It's two energies out here speaking of this individual being detached. So they definitely were detached. And the reason why they were detached because they had help. Okay? They always had someone that they can distract themselves with, or someone that they can, oh, that's just a friend. Okay? Well, I just heard that song, oh baby, you. And you said she's just a friend. Okay? Or he's. Take it as it resonates. But with sneaking around being here and friends with benefits and spending time with someone else, I just definitely feel like this was this person go-to thing. You know, they could have really took those slogans to heart. Well, no, the only way that you could get over someone else is to get up under someone else. Like that don't work. That really don't work. And that really could put you in an energy of missing someone that you had before. Because now you're trying to get used to someone else, and it's just a lot of games. I don't know what's up with this person, but this person, they were flighty, and they were someone that always wanted to argue, possibly even blame you for everything. That if this is someone that was blaming you for certain things or telling you how you did something that you didn't do, but it sounded like this person was delusional or it was coming from a place of illusions, what they really were doing was telling you what they were doing, but they just put it like you were doing it. That was their way of confessing what they were doing to you. And when they felt like you were not getting what they were doing, they would become upset. But it's like you knew exactly what they were doing. But listen, keep it real. real. Say what's going on. You say that this is you. Don't try to say it's me, and don't try to use me as the culprit. You say that this is what you did. But instead, they'll say that it was you. Okay? And you sitting there like, I don't know what the hell you are talking about. And they steady telling you everything that they did. This person is kind of freaking cuckoo. Okay? And that's just real talk. This person is, they're not playing with, it's like the light is on, but no one's home. And that's why I said this person may try to get freaking crazy when you don't want to hear what they got to say. This is the type of individual that'll believe their own freaking lies, you know? And there's nothing no one can say to change their mind about about what they just lied about. I'm talking about a blatant lie. And they'll sit there and believe it. They'll sit there and believe it. What we have, conflict resolution. They're gonna flash if you guys cannot reach a conflict. Look at this person is like, you hear me? Anime. 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 Oh my God. Anime. You hear me? If you die, I'm gonna kill you. This is that type shit. This person getting all close trying to tell you that you gonna have a conflict resolution. It's like, bitch, if I don't want to, then I'm not. Like, what? They gonna try to force you to compromise, make amends, and have a positive outcome. Trying to, this, they gonna try to bully you into this. But you not like that no more. It's like, you know, we all know someone ain't could be Tina but or Anime, but guess what? Tina took his ass to court and said, I'm done. I'm sick and tired. I'm finished. I'm over. And he said the name stays with me. So I don't know what's going on here with this situation. Okay? But something is going on here. Okay? She looked terrified. This don't look like no conflict resolution to me. This look like this person making idle threats. Oh my goodness. If this is you, run. Okay? What he said? Run symbol. Run forward and never return. Okay? Some of you could be moving right now because it's like, what? Because what? You know? You're not about to come talk this bully talk and all this craziness to me and try to, she's not even paying him any attention. He's doing all the talking and threatening. This is not a conflict resolution. This when two people is having a conflict resolution, it's going to appear like this. This is when both people are agreeing to reconcile their differences. She never even looked up at him. She is in Ritomi energy. Get the fuck out my face, okay? Get the fuck out of my face type of energy. You know what I'm talking about? And because this, whoever this is, know that this person don't have a problem with making assumptions. And that's the worst thing that you can do. Assume that you are right. You know? This is not someone that'll be in the energy of, listen, you are innocent until proven guilty. They come at you like you are guilty and like they have all the facts. And when they find out that you are innocent, it's still no apology. It's gaslighting. No, collective. No, not no. And that's why you say this permanently done. Look, make it rain. Some of you guys are just focused on making it rain. Okay? We have manifesting abundance, legal matters in your favor, unexpected. Didn't I say somebody went to court? Somebody going to court. Like I said, Anime took his ass to court. Okay? We got legal matters in your favor. And somebody may end up in jail here. Somebody could have a whole restraining order against someone because it says legal issues, life falling apart, karma, you know, because I'm telling you, this person gonna get physical when you don't want to hear them, or if they don't get physical, they gonna be damn near pushed to the edge. Why am I hearing all these songs? Yeah, this person is not right because I just heard "push me to the edge." All my friends are dead type shit. I don't know what's going on with this person. They're spiraling. Okay, this is what's happening because of the permanency of this ending, and they thought that they'll be able to come back after shacking up and playing house, and no, this is what they thought. But Spirit is saying we got red flags. It's a flag on a play. Signs, cheating, and deception. Yay! It's a flag on the play winning team. And this is what you know. Again, you're not buying what this person is selling. You're not picking up what they putting down. And they're going to get very angry. They might just start screaming like Chucky did when she threatened to throw him in the fire. I'm telling you, it's something like that going on here. This person, man, listen. Look, egg on their face, and they're ashamed. Okay? This is somebody they're ashamed because everything they did backfired and they got caught by you. It's like you, when I say you pinpointed everything that this individual did, they could not believe it. They could not believe it. They're like, how you know? How did you know? Somebody may even come at you like that. How you knew? How you know? And you like, what the f- is you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. How did you know? How did you find out? Ooh, child. Especially if they see that you are manifesting abundance and you receive an unexpected income, or you could have got a promotion at work, or you just getting promotions, or you could be an entrepreneur. They may feel like you're doing good for yourself and things of that sort. Yeah, they definitely want to possibly derail you off of your path. Okay? By bringing up all of this nonsense that you may not even care anything about. Okay? But I feel like Spirit is bringing this to your attention, um that this is someone that's not gonna like the fact that you viewed them as a twin flame at some point, and you cracked the code when it came down to, you know, finding out that they were still lusting or infatuated with someone from their past, and they were letting the past ruin their freaking life. They never wanted you to know that. They always was going to be in denial about that. They never was going to admit that to you. I don't care if they did like call themselves fully committing to you. They still was never going to tell you that's what was on the back of their mind, the front of their mind, and this was something that they thought about every single day. What they could have did different in a whole nother connection while they're in another connection. It's like, nah, not on my watch. Okay? You go play them games with someone else. You know, it's the type of energy that I always try to check in and tap in with energies from the past and try to make it like it's friend zone, but they still got wandering eyes. They still lusting. You know what I'm talking about? And this is someone that's not going to let nobody that they are in a connection with stop them from doing that. They this is like, listen, this is me, and either you're going to accept it or not. Now, they may start off like, you know, keeping it on a low that this is who they really are, but as soon as they are able to get someone where they want them at, they're gonna start showing them who they really are because they can't help it. It's like a disease. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a disease for this person. They really can't help it. Look, dating. I'm telling you, as soon as they get this energy, where they want them at, with dating, new love options, and back on the market. As soon as they find somebody, they're gonna tap right back into who they are. Look, Inferno. Okay, we have chaos, job loss, everything crumbling. I told you everything was crumbling with this person. Okay, and they could be experiencing chaos right now if they do have a new love for the same reasons. They keep getting caught. They keep saying this one is a friend, that one is a friend. Could have even introduced individuals as a friend, and they really not friends. Friends with benefits, yes. But just, oh, that's my homeboy, that's my homegirl. No, absolutely not. And they could have also tried that with you. But it's like, listen, you were not one that was going to go for this person having the opposite sex as friends. And then they didn't respect the fact that you had the opposite sex as friends. Okay? So this is the reason why they still did what they wanted to do with you. Because you wouldn't accept it. Okay? And when they tried it, you pulled away from this individual and they felt that. With Twin Flame being here, they felt that energetic pull. They felt you pulling away. Trust me, they did. And they know why. But they didn't give a damn. They didn't. Because what they say was, well, if all else fails with, me and this person, I'm going to just go to this person that I've been talking to as a friend. They already had it planned. How they was going to do it, when they was going to do it. That's why I say everything was calculated and everything was intentional. Okay? And once a person show you who they are, collective, please believe them. Don't let them have to show you twice. Okay? Who they really are. This is not, the first time you find out something, that could be a mistake, but not repetitive behaviors. Okay? There's no mistake in that. Anything else the collective needs to know? Look, spotlight, limelight, audience, self-absorbed. This is somebody that needed to have all attention on them from friends, whoever. They needed to be in the limelight. They needed an audience because they were self-absorbed. Okay? Spirit is saying this person is unemployed and broke. Did I shuffle crumbling? Their life falling apart. They're in this infernal energy. They broke. They fired. They live beyond their means. And it's the reason why they have all these friends with benefits. Collective. They know who they are and they know exactly how they are too. Look, double life, but that's coming to an end because they're not going to be able to keep it going. It's like they unemployed, they broke, They live beyond their means. That means they splurge with everything that they had. And this person could be getting caught up by all these individuals that they've been dealing with, you know. They may have to start all over and get a whole new entourage because the ones that this person was juggling, they all know about each other some type of way. Okay? Yeah. So this double life shit is in the reverse for this person. Rock bottom is here. And now they sitting there looking at your pictures. Okay? Regretting, reminiscing, and missing you. You could have been their best supply. That's why. You the one tried to help. You the one act like you care the most. You the one that tried to find resolutions and solutions and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, where's the collective when I need them? And look what you say, deuces. That's where I'm at. Fed up. Okay, cutting ties and walking away. Yeah. Because I know who I am. Someone that's of high value. I'm the freaking empress or the emperor. Okay? Beautiful, sexy, handsome, confident, abundant. Okay? And I am focused on myself and what I got going on, minding my business and leaving your business alone. And I'm done with the push and pull energy. Okay? I told you. And look, and I'm done with the envy that was coming from you and all your friends with benefits, that was egging you on. Okay? I'm done with trying to repair something that I didn't break with broken mirrors. Okay? And you got caught red-handed. Okay, your secrets are exposed. Now you surprised. Now you shocked because the collective cracked the code about your love affairs that keep these they keep having issues with these love interest energies. Collective. Look, toxic love, because they are all viewing this person as someone that's toxic too. That's what's happening. And stubborn. Okay, bossy, selfish. Okay, inflexible, of course. And look, guilt. And they sitting somewhere in guilt because of it. You know, possibly want to apologize to you or someone for everything they took you through, feeling ashamed, thinking of you, okay? Thinking of everything they took you through, thinking about how you received whatever they were dishing out in the worst way. Mm-hmm. They realizing that you received something in the worst way, and that's why they feeling guilty. Look, the ex, because they made you feel everything that they should have made an ex feel, right? That's what happened. The past. Okay, someone they didn't have a soul contract with. They got how you crashing out over a karmic. Look, avoidance. Someone that would not take accountability. Okay, determined in the reverse. Okay, they didn't show no determination when it came down to this connection with you. They was like nonchalant about it. So they got what they wanted. Okay? They possibly trying to call you blocked or from unknown numbers, but you changed your number. For many of you, you did. Okay? Or you just not accepting no calls from this person whatsoever. It's like they meeting you in this cold shoulder energy and you don't even want to be this way. You would rather be cordial, you know, but this is someone that's not gonna really let you be cordial with them because this is someone that stay mad all the time. Okay? There. And they in this infernal energy. This is a breakup. This is distance. This is separation. This is something that's over. Chaos, job loss, everything crumbling. It didn't crumble. It's done. Okay, whatever this is finished. This is something that is finished. Okay? You know who you are, that's why. So congratulations to you if you got yourself up out of this situation here with someone that really did not value you at all. Okay, they didn't value this connection. They didn't value anything about nothing here. It was just whatever when it came down to this connection with this person.